What's going on, everybody? Just leaving the gym. Wanted to maybe shoot a quick video here on a topic kind of been contemplating a little bit about since I'm trying to maybe slowly get back into dating potentially, right? One of my videos is discussing about the breakup and moving forward and everything that transpired in that one. This one just kind of just thinking about my perspectives and how difficult it can be from, like, I'm guessing, perceptions of people. I've thought about this before of, maybe the problem with me specifically, right? All this is going to be kind of just me specifically. I don't really have any real words of wisdom. Is maybe I'm too predictable. Maybe that's the right word. I wouldn't say boring. I have a lot of hobbies. I got a good friend group. I like to go out and do things. But maybe predictable is the key word, right? It's like, I'm solid, but I'm not like above and beyond, like through the, I don't feel like someone would be excited either, right? So, well, from a looks department to how much money I make, right? I mean, if you put that and tally that up kind of on a the delusion calculator or something that you have, right? Yeah, I'm definitely in the top 5 percentile of my group, probably in this town that I live in, probably in the top 1% for my age, for how much money I make, the build, the lifestyle, the friend group, being able to have the freedom to go do stuff, go enjoy all sorts of different pastimes. Some people don't have a hard time probably even thinking about in the future. So, but how does that transpire over? I don't really know. To dating, like, you think people would be jumping through hoops? I don't know. That's kind of like illogical to even think about, but. Think about maybe it's just predictable, boring, right? I go work, I go to the gym, I eat healthy, I do some fun things, but it's not like, I live an elaborate lifestyle. I don't know what they're wanting, But also with other dating in the opposite group, with the women group, right? You can easily be bored as well, right? I get bored pretty easily. Yeah, you're good and attractive, but there's nothing else beyond that. You're not fun to talk to. It's hard to make conversation, hard to relate, right? Things like that. So it can go on both sides, right? You both should be excited to see each other, and it has to be more than just physical attraction, which that's highly important, but it has to be some other factors in there as well. In my opinion, trying to get back in the market, right? From a dating app perspective, right? You try to make your lead with your best foot forward, your best photos, your best bio, if that even works, right? And I get good success and I get some good matches. I haven't really got back on dating apps, but in the past, right, I've had success. But it seems like in my immediate area, maybe it's just small town, it's you don't see a whole lot of people on there. Like, you match people 50 miles away to 40 miles away, and that's okay, but that makes it difficult too. And I can see both sides of the coin. On when you do match, you start making conversation, you have to keep the conversation going further enough to get them off the app and onto the date, and then not lose interest because they're getting bombarded by 150 million other people as well, right? But you can't be over eager either, or simpy, I guess, if you want to say that. And you can't be boring, right? And your profile can't be boring, is what I'm saying. You can't be vanilla. And I feel like, my perspective, I'm vanilla. I've been on a couple dates where it's been like, oh, well, you're soft spoken. I'm just like, what does that mean? It's like, well, you're polite or gentleman. I'm like, well, I'm not. I agree with that, and I don't take offense to it. It is my personality. But I think they were thinking that I was a little bit less reserved, which, you know, I try to gauge the room the best I can on that. But, you know, being soft-spoken is just definitely a new one, right? I'm pretty outgoing. I'll make conversation with people, but I'm gonna call out and be like, you know, you're you know, I'm gonna rip your clothes off, you know, and especially not on the first date, right? But and I don't take that to offense, you know. Maybe it leaves a little bit of mystery. I'm not sure, right? So I'm not an expert, just an average guy, single dad, right? Trying to navigate this dating world, or, you know, just, you know, world in general, I guess, with this kind of vlog, if you must say. I don't know if you'd call it a podcast or whatever the kids say these days, but you know, so it's different, right? And another term that I came across, I don't know, I'm just saying this, is medium ugly. It's like, that's a new term. I've never heard that before, so I had to look that up. You know, I'm not, I guess, a Zoomer, but in the middle millennial group, I guess you want to say. But medium ugly is where you're not like overly attractive, and you could be attractive in like unconventional ways, but you're not ugly either. I don't know, it's weird. It's a term girls use, and it's like, oh, it's kind of ironic, you know. Guys would use that, it'd be like, ah, shame on you. So it's funny. I haven't been said that directly, but I could see somebody definitely classifying me as a medium ugly. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, right? You know, I'm not 6'3", you know, I'm almost 6 foot. I'm bald, right? I have a beard, you know. I have a pretty muscular build, but I'm not like a swimmer's body. I'm more of a, you know, maybe a shortstop body in baseball, something like that. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of different, but I think overall, when you're dating out there, you're try to be. I guess, I hate to say this, but be yourself. You should always try to improve upon yourself. Don't pitch somebody that to somebody that what you're not. But try to be, you know, you gotta weed through people. Some people are gonna think you're boring, I guess, you know, and that's fine. It doesn't work out, but eventually you should find somebody. Don't let that discourage you from trying to date and pursue it. Yeah, I think the online dating thing is a racket. It's a time waster, in my opinion, right? Trying to navigate all these messages, right? So maybe it's a good thing to like use for a short stint, source some girls, you know, to get a little bit of a roster, put it on pause, date them, see how that goes. Doesn't work out, you get it back up, right? That might be somewhat of a realistic strategy, but you know, it's just something I was thinking about. It's like, well, you know, am I boring? You know, in the last relationship I had, I wouldn't say that I was boring and that I wasn't exciting. I think I was boring to her, as in, like I kind of explained, as in that I'm maybe not, you know, she thought I was, you know, less intelligent than her. I wouldn't say stupid, right? I don't think I'm stupid at all, you know, with my career choice and everything. But just, you know, being at that master's degree, medical field, doctoral level, right? There's certain things, you know, I have a silly personality that didn't quite jive. To me, reflecting back on it, she was the one that was kind of boring to me, right? With being pretty vanilla in sex life and you know, going out life. Like if we went and hung out with friends, which mainly she hung out with my friends, I didn't really meet too many of her friends, right? So lifestyle really was kind of a little bit bland and boring in that perspective. I think there's a lot more, there's always potential. You can always see potential. Hindsight's always 20/20, but yeah, try to be excited, I guess. Excited to be there. I hate to say I think it as an interview, but a lot of interviews go better when you interview somebody, or you're doing an interview that you have a little bit more energy to it. Maybe that's it. You know, try new things when you're out there. Maybe maybe I'll discuss some things that I've tried, of course other topics, but try new things, see what sticks, see what works better. Have fun. If it doesn't work out, you know, screw it. You know, you met somebody, you know, you had something to do things you want to do, invite them along, right? Hopefully you got some stuff you're going to do in the area. I wouldn't say spend a lot of money, right? But if there's some place, restaurant you want to check out finally, or there's an event or something, right? Just, you know, hey, you want to come along? It's probably the best way to do it, you know. And I've done that, and again, that's why I don't think the boring piece really makes that much sense to me. Hey, just kind of what was going through my brain. So anyway, I don't want to ramble on any longer, but you know, maybe I'll have something else to put out here shortly. I'm not sure. So anyway, everybody, stay warm, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks.